Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Taking a look at Dydx once more. We've covered this fairly frequent in the recent past. Just want to kind of touch on a few key level supports, resistances, and just obviously update our Fibonacci retracement levels here, which I've actually done already to kind of bring you a little bit more relevant content. Now, these Fibonacci retracement levels are reversed, just in case the price were to come back down. We can kind of see what the next level would be. 210 is essentially the next key Fibonacci retracement level for dollar cost averaging purposes. But I do feel like, contrary to most other coins right now, Dydx has better potential to recover, and I'll explain why here in a moment. So if you're new to the channel, ask that you just go ahead and consider liking, subscribing, the whole 9 yards there. Greatly appreciate your support. We actually have a Twitter community here as well that we are growing. It's getting larger, faster, where it's really, really nice to be able to have that option. So just gives us an opportunity to be able to send you out relevant, technical, fundamental, and just important updates. Sometimes we have a little bit of fun too with it as well. So really, really cool stuff. Be sure to check that out. And I'm just super grateful to all my members and everyone else kind of getting this up and running. So appreciate that dramatically. Thank you so much. So taking a look here at Dydx, what we want to kind of look at is a few little things. Okay, first of all, we've got the MACD still kind of diverging. We're pretty much drawing dead there. No further momentum down. That's good. It's kind of plateauing out. But traditionally speaking, that's a bearish sign. There's also a bearish sign here as well, where we're kind of stuck under 50 on the RSI for the moment. But the money flow index isn't dropping dramatically. So that tells us there's more volume here than most other coins, at least, per capita, if you will. And it's a very good sign to be able to see that volume still sticking around here for Dydx. So it does show that this price point around 250 is a pretty good deal, a good value. It's pretty much the average true range, you could say. That being said, if we take a look at the simple moving averages, we can see, of course, that 50 on the moving average here is effectively a potential support and resistance level. The price has been above and below that for a few days. What that really means for us here is that, well, we need to rely more so on the 200 than the 50, but staying soundly above the 50-day SMA would really be a helpful hand. Again, a closure today above 252 would be important, but I really want to see a closure at like 255 or higher. The reason why is because we don't want to keep making these parallel highs and lower lows at the same time. That's never really truly a great sign. So ultimately, we are kind of neutral on the daily, but when we look at the 4-hour, it does kind of change the narrative a little bit here. And again, this is tentative, but we are attempting to make higher highs and higher lows. It hasn't happened yet officially because we are making parallel highs for the moment with this candle wick being larger and hasn't closed yet. But generally speaking, the 4 hours looking potentially promising there. We're also testing 50 on the RSI as well, and the MACD just recently converged. So typically if you do have a convergence on the MACD, it does imply the price is going to continue further. 4-hour time frame is a good time frame for swing trading, and that is essentially the right time frame that I look for the MACD convergence. So to me, that carries the most weight, but we're still under 50 and we're still under this resistance level here, tentatively at $2.54. Or 255 is a round number. So again, a closure above 255 will be extremely important today. Just note that there is a stronger resistance level here, right at the 263 mark, because that was a previous resistance level here in the recent past. It's been pretty strong, holding the price action in place previously. So we won't be out of the woods per se if we close above 255, but I would say a solid closure above 263 would give us some really, really good momentum there. So I'm just going to go ahead and set an alert just above this level to kind of get notified, to kind of reevaluate. If we break through that resistance level, what'll probably happen is the price come back down to test as a support and continue higher. This is pending Bitcoin doesn't lose 27,000. You've got to remember that Bitcoin does kind of control a lot of alts right now, with the Bitcoin dominance kind of being lower and the price going down for Bitcoin. Alts are bleeding out a lot harder than they should right now. So we just got away from some stability from Bitcoin before altcoins can kind of surge. But for the most part here, we're slightly bullish on the 4-hour, and I would say neutral on the daily. So what does that mean for us here on the hourly? Well, good news is it's getting better as we look smaller time frames, because we are establishing higher highs and higher lows, no longer establishing lower highs and lower lows. So it's a really good sign here, kind of giving us the momentum that the price should continue to further, go up further at this point. Again, a closure here at about 255 today or higher would be probably a green light, pending Bitcoin not dumping below 27,000. We also want to take a look at the Ichimoku cloud and see that, well, lagging spans free and clear price action, conversion lines above the baseline, and we almost broke free from the cloud. This is another reason why a closure today above 255 would be a bullish sign. Okay, so I'm also going to set an alert at about 253 so I can reevaluate if the price comes down to that level and kind of see what's going on. All right, that being said though, this is not a bullish sign yet, but it's trending towards that. But you can kind of see how the price is getting rejected by the cloud here. Pretty common characteristic, the price continues to go down. It wouldn't necessarily be a bullish sign, but it would be helpful here. So to me, what we're seeing right now is the macro is not phenomenal. The 4-hour is kind of well, slightly bullish, but not great, probably maybe like a 60-40 split, but the hourly does look a little better than most, right? So I've looked at a lot of altcoins here today, and not a lot of them can really have this or say that they have this kind of forward momentum, this kind of momentum, if you will, to the upside. So it makes a lot more sense for Dydx to continue to increase from here. Let's take a quick look at our CC Golden Indicator and see. We did get a sell signal here, of course, here recently. So obviously you don't want to just jump right in when there's a sell signal, but generally speaking, that is definitely helping us understand where we're at there. And we can see also that we have a previous entry target here and here. Okay, so had you got in at either of those two levels, you'd be upwards of about, probably somewhere between 7-8%. Okay, so nice gains there. We also have a potential bouncing point right here as well, where we got confirmation again as soon as there's a sell signal for the price action to potentially go higher as well. So a lot of good little things here going, right? Keep in mind the CC Golden Indicator is an indicator that I created for confirmations based on my the things that I have. There's little parameters that I look for on smaller time frames to identify that we have confirmation going in the right direction. So to me, this is a good little indication here to essentially help us understand that the price should go a little bit higher from here. But again, we do want to wait for candlestick closure above 255 here today personally before we go ahead and jump on in, because it could retrace and come back down and get rejected by that cloud. Okay, so we don't have full confirmation, but the smaller the time frame you go, the better it's looking. Okay, so again, that just means that if you're more so a day trader, this is probably a better coin to pick up on. If you're swing trading, you may want to wait a little bit longer for confirmation. Kind of something like that, okay? So definitely on my radar here. I'm going to pay attention, see what happens here soon. Hopefully we get one of these two scenarios to play out, and I'll go ahead and send out these updates on our Twitter, of course, because we're always sending out potential play out charts as well as these videos too. So be sure to stay in the loop there. And once again, appreciate you helping us grow our Twitter community. One last thing as well here, something that's super important and relevant, is the fact that right now Bybit is requiring KYC. I just sent out an update regarding this here as of May 8th. If you're using Bybit, you'll have to KYC, and if you're in a restricted country, it's going to put you put you out in the doghouse, right? You're not going to be able to trade with them anymore. So as an alternative, I recommend using BitGet. We actually have a private signal access option here as well if you were to use this link to register, and you'll also get some cash back bonus, and whoever else you refer will also get a bonus too, including yourself. So really cool stuff. Be sure to pass that on to your friends, your family, whomever. Use it yourself, and just make sure to note that we use BitGet almost exclusively in our community, and we have trading competitions consistently too. So they're usually in the range of 5,000 to 10,000 a month, and on average we have those monthly, bi-monthly. It's a really cool experience to be able to just benefit our community. So help us grow, help us learn and grow together. Again, cryptocash.tech is the website if you're curious about our trading community. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you all in the next one. Take care.